up on the wall is the charge controller for my solar. And I'm putting out about 67 amps of power out of there right now, and so that's
what's the max in the wintertime you get?
I can get up to about 75. That's this will handle 80 amps.
But in the winter you'll get
you get colder weather and reflection off the snow will bring me into the
really
and so anyway, if I can run up around 4 kW, that'll recharge everything. I've got 2 freezers and I got a refrigerator. The only thing I don't have anything that runs a power bar or any kind of a heating element, because I can't afford those.
So wood is what you...
Wood's what I heat with, although I do have a little monitor. That's my backup. Wow. And so anyway, but this is the big expense in this system is the battery.
How old are those batteries?
That's just a little over a year old.
Water, what kind of system do you have for water, just imagine?
I had drilled a little well, and I used a little, they made a 2 5/8 inch submersible pump, and I went down inside with that about 45 feet. Never have went dry, and
4.5 quarts is all. That's not that much.
And you seen it's birch wood.
Yeah.
And I just got done splitting, and by this fall it'll be plenty dry to...
Is this an Avalon or?
It's what they call a quadrifier.
That's what I have. I just bought. That was going to be my second guess.
Yeah.
But it is. Yeah. I like mine.
Jury rigged there, but it works pretty well.
Now, at this time of the year, are you getting eyes and all things growing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I am too.
I can't hold them. I can't hold them this time of year.
Okay.
You can step down in here. It's 20 feet long, and I've got hanging
Get down there.
shelves
might as
and
well.
everything. Block that off and shovel a little dirt around it.
Oh, wow.
And it holds everything real nice. As you can see, though, they are starting to grow.
Yeah.
And this is all my seed potatoes for this year.
Ooh, nice area.
They're starting to grow, but they're still firm and not wrinkly. Is this from last year?
These have been out, so they probably have. But most of my, like these in the bag, they're still pretty decent. And they haven't started to shrivel at all or anything, but they are starting to.
But mine are, they're long, but that's what you're getting right there, just those,
Nice.
And so
Cool.
And the reds are a little more aggressive that way than the golds are. The golds will hold a little longer. They're starting, but they're not. They're not really going crazy yet. Those are still real edible.
So
in fact,
40 degrees is about what the temperature is?
They say at 39 you start converting starches to sugar. So you want to hold it just above that. And so I kind of split the difference. I let it go down to 38, and then it warms up to 41, and then it pops back off.
Wow.
And so far, I haven't had any complaints from anybody.
Yeah.
So actually my business is growing pretty good. Everybody's and I'm getting some exposure down in Keiken. And so anyway, it's something that's making a little extra. But it's not. That right there is the other door into my cellar. I've got, like I said, I've got them backed off now, but you can go down and go right down through there.
So then it's not as hard as I thought getting those in and out.
No,
I cheat down those steps.
I cheat everywhere I can. And I use solar fans in order to create. Right now, I'm not needing them because it's still cool enough in here. But
The Homestead Act was enacted in 1862 and was repealed in 1976 with provisions that allowed for homesteading to continue in Alaska until 1986. Dan Perkins was one of the last to receive a deed for this homestead and was one of the few white people to receive a deed, especially in this area in Chuathbaluk. The original cabin on Dan Perkins' land is built right here, which he now uses as a shop. The back part of the building is the original cabin, and you could see where the front used to be. The gutter still remains from the original building where he just created a front to.
I wanted to live out like this, and I have almost 40 years of my life. But it's kind of by chance that I came to this area. But it's a nice area, and it's a convenient area. The Aniak being a hub is a very important thing here because you can get supplies in that anywhere else is just prohibitively expensive to get them. And so it's nice that I have access by the river or through snow machine or whatever in the wintertime. Out here, what you have to do if you're going to build a house, you have to cut your own lumber, take your own trees, and of course do your own planning and everything like that. So you kind of become self-reliant, and I like that. I'm 72 years old now, and I can still take care of myself. And the potential I have here, like I run the little post office, between that and my other incomes, I can take care of myself out here. And there's lots of places at 72 it's pretty hard to do that. I've been out ever since I was about 28 years old. So I've gone through several phases in my life. At one point I was a hunter and everything, and I had lots of bear stories. You know, one time a bear, my wife was at home and our 3-year-old son, and I had went to a oil company to make a little money, and I got a call over the phone, or actually over the CB radio, and she was up on the roof of the house and the bear was down on the ground. And she's asked me what to do. And I told her, and I said, shoot it, and she did. And it took 5 or 6 shots, and the last one, when she really got serious, I guess it was just reaching to come up on the roof of the house. And she shot it, and it ran off a little ways and fell down, and then she was on the radio a little longer. She wanted to know what to do. She's afraid to walk up to it. And so I told her I had a couple of dogs in them too. I told her, I said, let the dogs guide you out there. And I guess just about the time they got to that bear, there was a pretty big breeze, and the hair fluffed up on the bear, and I guess they had an awful time. And then anyway, while I was on the CB with her, I was getting all these interruptions, you know, tell her to do this, tell her to do that. And finally, the Game and Fish came on, and they told me, we're going to go out there. And by the time they got there, she'd already skinned the bear and had it cut off.
Wow.
And so anyway, that, you know, but we had incidents like that. A lot of times, it's just it's the quiet things out here that just the day-to-day getting acquainted with yourself and everything that makes it worth living.